So think about my mom's point of view. Her son just sent an I love you text while she thinks there is a potential school shooter on campus. What is she supposed to think? Because there's a little garbage can. It's enough room for a garbage can. I moved the garbage can, I go where the garbage can was. So if the door were to open, I was right here, it would cover me. And my friend and everyone else is over here and the teacher's back here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm behind the door. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Clark Powell, aka Powell Clark, aka Clark_Powell, whatever you're gonna call me, and I'm back with another YouTube video. If you guys can't read, go back to school. But if you guys can read, you'll see the title of today's video. Today, we're gonna be doing a video about the time that I went through a school shooting scare experience. Now, no, I don't have any bullet holes, I don't have scars, I don't have anything to show you guys. You know, I didn't get killed, like it was nothing, I didn't get hurt. No one in my school ended up getting hurt. I want to give that as a disclaimer. But I also do want to let you guys know that this is a real thing that's going on. And I don't know if you guys understand like the severity of it. But anyway, it's a weird story time that I want to talk about, because it is something that like messes with my head. Like when I go to school now, you know, it gave me not, you know, I think a lot of people don't realize how severe it is. And yeah, I might look like the Mexican Justin Bieber. I ain't got a haircut in weeks, you guys, so don't get on me about my hair, you know what I'm saying? If I wear my hat like this, don't get mad at me. My hair is hella long right now. I need to go cut it, so don't even get on me about that. But anyway, I'll probably not wear this the whole video. But anyway, basically, the day starts off pretty simple. It's just a normal day, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that there was some scares. Like some people had been talking about, like there was a guy that was talking about he was gonna do it to different schools in my area. Like he was threatening different schools. And I just remember like seeing it, and you really don't believe it, because I think everyone has that mindset of if it's not me, it's not gonna happen to me, you know what I'm saying? Or luckily, better than me, you know what I'm saying? Until it really happens to you. And you know, rest in peace to everyone that's ever been like lost their life, or anyone. I pray for anyone that's lost people involved in school shootings, you know what I'm saying? It's a terrible experience because you're in one of the safest places, you know what I'm saying? You're in your school. That's where, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the one place where you go, okay, no, I'm gonna be fine here. Like I'm fine. You can barely fight at some schools, you know, because there's so much security. Like, so I want to emphasize that. Like I'm not, if I'm joking about stuff, it's not to mock anything. It's just my own personal experience and how I went through it. But anyway, it's a normal day and I'm cool, right? And I think, I want to say it's like second period, but everyone had already been talking about the school shooting thing, and I guess the teachers already know. They had already sent an email out to teachers. Like the teachers already knew something was going on. That's at first period. So they tell the students, you're not supposed to tell the students what's on the email, but my first period teacher had told me, hey, this is what's going on. I don't want you guys to not know, because that's not fair. You guys should be on alert. If you see something, then come tell us. Which was good in my opinion. I think that was a smart choice, you know what I'm saying? Not to just keep it from us. So she told us, and it was on my head, but I really wasn't. I was like, bro, all right, it's not gonna happen. Like it's really not gonna happen. Go to second period, I'm chilling, and then I end up getting sent out of my class, and I'm in the on-campus suspension room. I'm in the on-campus suspension room, and it's really weird because when we're in there, we're not supposed to talk, but the teacher was cool, but no one was talking, you know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was like, and there was a lot of people in there too, and it was weird, and everyone was just kind of sitting there looking at each other, and because we had, the teacher had read out the email again and was like, did you guys know about this? And we were talking about it, and we were just like, wait, like, do you think that's possible? We started talking like, do you think it's possible for a school shooting? And the teacher inside was like, well, I mean, no one thinks it's possible until it happens, so we can't expect anything. Like a school shooting is literally, it's a normal school day that turns into a shooting. You can't expect anything. There's no way to really know if it's gonna happen. Of course, you know, if you see the kid with the guns, of course that's different, but I'm saying in this instance, there was nothing that was telling us. We had no information. So we get like a bunch of calls, and like, or not calls, but like a bunch of, one of the people in the room is a security guard, and he has a remote, so he's hearing, we hear stuff off his remote, and the teacher also has a, not a remote, a microphone, not a microphone, what is it called, a walkie-talkie. The teacher has one as well, and the teacher and them are both getting stuff, and they just keep looking at each other, and we're like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what are you guys not telling us? Because there must be something going on. So we're sitting there, second period goes by, the bell rings, it's about to ring, it's like 5 minutes from ringing, we're waiting, and then you just hear people run, like outside. We look outside and we're like, what the fuck? And it's because the teachers were telling them all to come back inside because there's like a lockdown about to happen. So everyone starts going back to class, like they're sprinting back to PE because like something's about to happen, I guess. And they start a lockdown. But normally when it's lockdowns, like we don't even care. Like it's always something stupid, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's a dog on the campus, like that, like literally it's stuff like that. Like it's never anything serious. So you know, we didn't expect it to be anything. But then we all realized there's this guy talking about shooting up our school. And it was more weird because the guy, he was a fake person on the internet, but it seemed so real. It wasn't like a fake account just saying stuff. It was an actual person, but no one knew who it was. But they were saying stuff, and like, it was just really weird. And we were sitting inside of my, so you have to think it's another classroom, but it's just a suspension room. So there's all these desks, and the lockdown goes on. The security guard was outside. He came inside with us with his bike. He rides around on a bike. Came in, and we're in there for hours, right? Like, I just want to point that out. I'm not gonna like end it. I'm just saying we're in there for hours. So remember that. He comes in, and okay, so the OCI room, it's called OCS, like to other people, but it's OCI for us. But OCS, the on-campus suspension room, is a place where a lot of the athletes put their bags and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They'll put like their baseball bags, their golf bags, the football stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we're in there, and about 20 minutes goes by and we don't get anything. They ask the office, and they're like, police are on their way. They're scouting around so that they can see what's going on. And we don't, at this point, I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know if there was a school shooter. I didn't know, because I didn't hear any gunshots. And I was really tripping, you guys. Like, I wasn't like crying, like break, but I was worried. I was like, bro, I don't want to lose people, you know what I'm saying? I've always been the person where it's like, if there was really a school shooting, if I heard shots, I'm running away. I'm not staying in the room. I don't care. I'm breaking out the door and I'm leaving. There's no reason to stay on and sit like ducks. I'm sorry. Like, I would never do that. And like, I know it's different for different people. Some people think it's safer, but I just personally would never. I would have to be running. Like, or if the shooter came in, people say just to sit there and beg for mercy. No, bro, it's different. You're on go. Like, that's your last second. So that's just how I was taking it. In this instance, my aggressive mode and my adrenaline came in, and it was like, no, you have to be smart and aggressive right now. You can't be weak and defensive. You can't do that because you don't have a gun. You can't fight back. You have to do what you have to do to stay alive. That's literally what was going through my mind. And I was with some of my friends who were in there. It was, I want to say it was like 6 girls and like 5 guys, and like including me and then the 2 teachers. And I just remember talking to the guys, we're like, bro, we got to make sure the girls are good, because they're going to freak out and they're going to start crying, and then if there's a person out there, they're going to come to us. So the security guard, we sit there for like another 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and the security guard starts to get worried because we start hearing things. You know what I'm saying? They're not identified. We don't know what it is. We start hearing things. We start hearing yelling. You know what I'm saying? We see more people like one by one running out, hopping fences. And I'm like, bro, I gotta go. Like, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't stay here. So, but then everyone starts tripping. Everyone's like, no, Paolo, please, for me, please don't go, blah, 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 right? They're like, the teacher was like, I don't want you to get hurt. Like, just stay. Like, one more, like, a few more minutes, just stay, right? And I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. So I'm like, well, we gotta block this thing. We gotta block the door. So what we do is we take a few desks, you know, there was a table in there too that like has a coffee thing. We took the thing off, bent it over, you know, we put it up against the wall. We turn off all the lights, close the blinds, and turn the walkie-talkies down so there's no noise. And we're just sitting in there. And I remember the guys, me and my friend, looking at each other, and we were just like, bro, we gotta do this. We gotta defend ourselves. So we get up and we like give football helmets to the girls, like if anything happens to throw them. And then there's a few baseball bats. Me and my friend take the baseball bat. The security guard takes the club, and me and my friend sit by the door. So the door's like right when you walk in, there's nothing to your right. The whole class is open to your left. So you walk in right here, and the whole class is right here, and there's a wall right here, basically. So I'm right here on the wall because there's a little garbage can. It's enough room for a garbage can. I move the garbage can, I go where the garbage can was. So if the door were to open, I was right here, it would cover me, and my friend and everyone else is over here, and the teacher's back here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm behind the door, so that if someone were to come in, they would look at people, and I would be able to come around and, you know, do whatever I had to, like with the baseball bat. And I know it sounds weird and like exaggerative, but I'm serious. This is what you go through. Like, this is what you think when you're in this situation. You really don't know. The extremes are the normal now, because this is an extreme situation. So we're sitting there, and we both got our baseball bats, and me and my friend are like praying to God. We're holding hands. We're like, bro, like, come on, like, we gotta get through this. And I started asking, like, what's gonna happen? And the teacher, when the teachers start freaking out, that's when I really started getting worried, because the teachers were starting to freak out. The teachers were starting to trip. And I just remember being like, what am I gonna do? What about my parents? So I start texting my mom, and there's no service. I have no service in this classroom, and I'm like, bro, my mom needs to get my text. And it's on my old phone. I could probably go back and get the messages, but I remember telling my mom, I love you, and that was the only message that went through, and I'm not lying. I literally had spammed my mom 40 things, and the only message that went through was I love you. And she was like, what do you mean? And I got her text back. And then her messages start popping up later on, and it's like, I just got an email from your school. Is there a shooter on campus? Are you okay? Blah, blah. And I cannot respond because nothing's going through. So think about my mom's point of view. Her son just sent an I love you while she thinks there is a potential school shooter on campus. What is she supposed to think? I stopped responding. So just think about that. My mom is tripping at home thinking something just happened to me. So I'm in a situation that I can't get out of, right? This is literally giving me chills just thinking about it. And I really felt bad for my mom. That was really what it was. I felt terrible for my mom. I was like, bro, this is gonna hurt her heart. If I get hurt, it's not even me getting hurt, it's my family getting hurt. So we're sitting there when, this is second period, and it's like 5th period now, it's almost 3 o'clock, and we literally sit there the whole time, we're still hearing screams, and then we get contact from the people, like, okay, so this is what happened. The cops that came on, and they had like SWAT, and they were going around with their gun, and they were like searching, flipping shit, like looking for someone, right? And they're going through every classroom, and then they go in the classrooms, and they're searching for certain people. So they're looking for like a certain subject, like a certain person, and they end up fighting the kid, I think, that was making the threat. They go to the kid, I'm told all this after. They go to the kid, and all right, y'all, look, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's literally, I think, a week or 2 later since I started recording that video, and I stopped that. But basically, I'm just gonna get right back into it. By the way, I had to take a shit, that's why I stopped talking, and then I just never finished the video. I had to take a really big shit. I finished the shit, and it was a good shit, by the way, if anyone wanted to know. And that was it, and I didn't end up doing it. But anyway, to go back into this, basically, they end up fighting the kid. And like I said, I was already told all of this after. But they end up finding the kid, and what they do is they go through. So what they're doing is they have dogs on the campus first off, because they're smelling for gun residue or something like that. If like maybe they threw the bullets or they threw the gun, something like that. And then they also had the police on the campus. So the police are going around, and I remember just peeking out and not seeing what the person was in, just seeing like a drag outfit, like not like a drag queen, but like the drab, like the military uniform kind of, and an AR. And I just remember going, what the fuck? Because I saw one person blink of an eye just walk by, and in the distance, and I saw an AR, and I just was like, what the fuck? And the security guard saw it too, and we were just like, we didn't know what was going on, because we didn't know if it was a military guy, because it was only one guy. Like I said, it was one person. We didn't know if it was just one guy or if it was the school shooter, and the school shooter was in that uniform, you know, because, sorry, I hate to break it to you guys, but you crazy ass white guys that be shooting up the schools, you be wearing like uniforms, like it's like a video game. Like that's real. They be dressing up, like when the Columbine school shooting, they wore that trench coat like they were some killer from that video game, right? So I'm tripping at this point. I get on my hands and knees and I start praying to God, and I'm like, God, please, like, just tell my parents I love them. I'm not even worried about me, I'm worried about everyone else. I'm like, bro, please, just, if I don't make it out, please somehow deliver it into my parents' brains that I love. If I can't tell them, make this message go through, so when they see my phone, they know that I love them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm texting my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I love you. Just know I love you. Just know I love you. Just, I love you. I love you, Dad. I love you. I'm texting my whole family. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so that's I butt into my earlier statement, because that's why we saw the guy. Now I know that's why we saw the guy, because there were certain cops going around knocking on doors, going in and getting back. Back to the point of view of me in the actual situation, we didn't know what was going on. So we're sitting there freaked out. Like I said, we have the baseball bats, the golf clubs, the football helmets, everything. And we're sitting there chilling, and we're like ready. Like, I'm behind the door, like I said, remember the 2 doors, and I'm in the door, and then the 2 sides, I was on the smaller side, ready to come if the guy came in, right? And they end up getting us. I remember they come up, and we just see a shadow. We have our heads down, but we just see a shadow walk by the door and slowly walk to us, and we hear, and they didn't say Elk Grove Police Department, and they didn't say, I just remember hearing them come up and go, and they didn't say, this is the blah 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 police department. They just went, tried turning the doorknob, and we did not want to look. None of us looked. None of us. We sat there and we did not look. And then we hear the key go, and they come in, and I'm sitting there, and the police officer's like, well, you can put that down, everything's clear. And I realized it was a police officer, and I just remember being relieved, and I looked at him, I said, thank you, like, I appreciate it. And I'm gonna be honest, normally I don't respect police officers, you know what I'm saying? I've had really, 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 really bad run-ins. I mean, right? And I have in my mouth, but I've had rad bun-ins, right? I've had bad run-ins with the law. So, you know, it's hard for me to respect people that, you know, I'm so used to getting, like, messed up by or treated disrespectfully by. But this definitely made me have a different look on police officers, you know what I'm saying? The way that they handled it was almost perfect, and it definitely made us feel really, really good inside. Still fuck 12 in my opinion, but there is some good cops out there, you know what I'm saying? Just like there's some bad cops. But anyway, personally, I don't want to advocate this, because I know it goes against school rules, but if you guys are in a school shooting, like an actual school, like you hear and see gunshots, you see people dead on the floor, like a real school shooting. I know it's crazy scenarios, and I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone that has anyone that's been involved or anything like that. I'm just saying, in my personal view on the world, what people should do, run. Don't hide. Because there's 2 different ways to be fearful in this moment. There's to sit like a duck, like an animal that knows it's gonna die. That's like when a deer drinks from the lake and it knows that there's a big ass crocodile, alligator in the water, and it looks at it and it just keeps going thinking nothing's gonna happen, and then it gets bit on the neck. That's what that is. There's also those fucking gazelles that see an alligator and they go like this. Oh, alligator, water, water, water. Oh, alligator, let's go this way. That's what you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna chase you. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna go, I want that one person. You know what I'm saying? So if I was ever in a real scenario where I heard that stuff, I'm telling you, I would break through the door and I would run. There's nothing you could, I'm running. There's no reason to sit there and wait, because what the police do is when they don't know what's going on, they don't want to send anyone on because they don't want anyone to get hurt. What they don't realize is they're already getting hurt. People are already getting hurt. Another body's not going to be a big deal when it comes to the shooter's mind. He doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to him. If anything, he wants to kill the police. So what you have to understand when you're in that situation, just in case anyone ever goes to that, God forbid, I hope you guys never do. Like, my Bible's right here. I'm praying for you guys that nothing ever happens to you guys like this. I'm just saying, you guys have to be aware of what you need to do. And I think, honestly, you guys should leave. But anyway, they end up finding the kid. They go through people's backpacks, like I said, and they go through the kid's backpack, but it's a specific kid, so they're going through certain people's backpack. And not to be like racially profiling or anything, this is what they told us. They were looking for they said, I think he was the kid that was supposed to be the one that did it was Indian or Muslim or something like that. So they were looking for a kid like of that you know, look, like the style, like if you were wearing a hijab, stuff like that. So they were looking for a certain kid, and so they didn't do anything to us in our room. But then I guess they went through the kid's backpack that they thought it was to be, and I guess they found like knives, but no gun. Or I think they found something. I just remember they found something, and it was bad. And it was like, what the fuck? Why did he have that on the campus? So yeah, there's my school shooter scare story time. Now I'm sorry I didn't get shot and no one died. I'm sorry, you guys, because I know it's what the media wants. But hopefully it was a good story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys could envision what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty terrifying moment. I'm not going to lie. Because it's one of those things where you don't have control over your life. It's like if you're in a plane and it starts to crash. Like it starts falling. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. You personally, there is nothing you can do in that situation. Because you don't know. Just like if I were to run out the classroom, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I can get shot in the back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I do know that I'm very thankful for it not becoming anything. I wouldn't want to be telling you guys a story about how people at my school got shot and killed. So I'm very happy, and my apologies and my prayers go out to everyone that's ever been affected with that stuff. I really do take this shit serious, because it's sad that it happens in our own place. It's just like in Sri Lanka where it happened at the church. Safe havens is where they're doing it. Airports, stuff like that. So just be careful, you guys out there, and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Come kick with the cool guys like Clark. And I'll see all of your guys' beautiful faces hopefully in the next video. Peace.